What's up, everybody? This is Danny Mathematics with another example to explore. And today, guys, I want to go over example 5 of how to solve word problems dealing with percents. And remember, guys, percents falls under the umbrella of proportionality, along with unit rates, ratios, measurement conversions, scale factoring. Okay? So, guys, we already know, if you watch my other videos, we already know that I'm going to be using the box method to solve. And the two ways to solve while using the box method is to either cross multiply to find the value of x, or you could scale factor. You could use scale factoring to find out the value of x or the unknown value, okay? So in this particular situation, guys, it says Mr. Jordan has $24,000 in his savings account. On Thursday, he decided to withdraw 60% of his savings to pay off his remaining college debt. How much money did Mr. Jordan withdraw to pay off his college debt? Okay? So, once again, guys, I always tell the kids to underline the question and understand what the question is asking for. The question is asking, guys, how much money did Mr. Jordan withdraw to pay off college debt? Okay? Now, clearly from this problem, guys, he only withdrew 60%. Okay, he only withdrew 60% of his total savings. Okay, so the percentage and the actual amount he withdrew represents the money that he used to pay off his college debt. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and label that, guys. I'm going to go ahead and label that. Let me do that real quick. Excuse me. So once again, guys, remember the percent and the part represents the same thing, and in this case, they both represent the money that he used to pay off college debt, okay? So I'm just gonna write college debt. Okay, college debt, and that's what the percent and the part represent. All right, the percentage is the percentage of the college debt compared to the whole or the total amount of savings, and then the part is the actual amount that he paid for his college debt, right? So it says that he withdrew 60% of his college debt, right? Let me put that. Let me put withdrew for college debt, right? So he withdrew 60% of his savings for college debt. So the percentage of that is 60%. Okay. It says that the total amount in his savings account was $24,000, okay? So I'm going to underline that. $24,000 was in his savings account. So for the whole, I'm going to put $24,000, okay? And remember, guys, the question is asking how much money did he withdraw to pay off his college debt, okay? I knew that he withdrew 60% of his savings, but we're trying to find out what is the actual amount that represents the 60% he withdrew, okay? We don't know yet, but we can find that out. All right, so let's go ahead and the unknown value is the part, so we're gonna put X. And then now, guys, we're going to use the box method to solve for X to find out how much money he actually withdrew for college debt, okay? So let's go ahead and create the box method. Once again, guys, we just follow this formula. Once again, the bottom subject line is always the total. That always represents the total, right? And 100% represents the total, okay? All right, the total amount of money he had in his college, that he had in his savings, my bad, not his college debt. The total amount of money he had in his savings is $24,000. Okay? That's the whole, right? The percentage or the part, remember the subject line is the money he withdrew for college debt. So I'm just gonna put college debt. The money he withdrew for college debt, right? So he withdrew 60% of his savings to go to college. To pay off his college debt, all right? 60% of his savings to pay off his college debt. But remember, guys, we don't know how much that actually is, right? So we're gonna put an X in the box that represents the part. Now we're about to solve, guys. So once again, guys, we can use cross multiplication or we can use scale factor. So let me go ahead and write the scale factor side, guys. So when I do the scale factor side, we can just jump right into it. So I'm just gonna write the same thing that I have over there. Okay, so once again, I have 60%, 100%, or 100, 24,000, and then X, okay? And college, debt, and then total, right? So once again, it's the same thing, okay? So let's go ahead and do the first way to do it, which is cross multiply, or the butterfly method. That's what I call it. Okay, always multiply X with the number that's, or the value that's diagonal to it. 100 times X is 100X. Equals the other side. Okay, we have 60 times 24,000. Remember guys, you can cross out these zeros and then reattach them as you multiplying numbers with consecutive zeros starting at the ones place, right? So instead of me doing 60 times 24,000, I can just do 24 times 6 and then reattach those zeros at the end, right? So 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 4 is 14. So that's going to be 144, and then remember I have to attach these 4 zeros. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, boom. So that's 1,440,000. All right, 1,440,000. Right? Cool. Now, in order for us to find out the value of X, guys, we have to divide both sides by the value that's attached to X, and in this case, it's 100. Okay? So I'm going to divide both sides by 100. 100x divided by 100 is just x. And let me do the opposite side. Okay? Remember guys, if both numbers you're dividing with have zeros in the ones place, you can cross out a 0 for a 0. Right? Now I have 144,000 divided by 10. Same thing. If those two numbers, they both have zeros in the ones place, I can cross them out. Now I have, and let me go ahead and get rid of the commas. Now I have 14,400, right? 14,400 divided by 1 is just 14,400. And that's the money that he withdrew for his college, right? College debt, okay? Once again, 14,400 is 60% of 24,000, all right? 14,400 is 60% of 24,000, and that's what he used to pay off his college debt, okay? All right, now I'm gonna do the same thing over here, guys, but instead of me doing cross multiplication, I'm just gonna do scale factoring, okay? I'm gonna do scale factoring. Now, remember guys, we can either scale factor going vertical, right, up and down, right, or left to right or right to left, right? So I'm gonna find out where X is at, and then I'm gonna look for numbers that are multiples of each other, right?
An interruption, any available?
100 is a multiple, let me switch it up. 24,000 is a multiple of 100. 24,000 is a multiple of 100, meaning that if I multiply 100 by a number, a particular number, I will get 24,000. So we about to find that out, right? So remember, all I need to do, guys, to find out what is the scale factor going from 100 to 24,000 is I'm going to divide 24,000 by 100 to find out the scale factor. Okay? Once again, I can cross out a 0 for a 0 if the zeros are in the ones place, and I can cross out this set. So instead of me doing 24,000,
Pardon this interruption. Those new teachers and new teachers.
give me 1 second, guys. I'm just letting the announcement
Please
go.
make your way to 126 so we can get started for our check-in. Thank you.
Okay. So once again, as I cross out those zeros, and I only need to cross out 2 zeros. I don't know why I did 3, but 2 zeros, right? This 0 for this 0, this 0 for that 0. So it's the same as saying 240 divided by 1, and we know that 240 divided by 1 is 240, right? We know that for a fact. So apparently I multiplied 100 by 240 to make it become 24,000, right? So if that's the case, I have to do the same thing up here going from 60 to X, right? So I need to multiply 60 by 240 because 240 is the scale factor. So now let's do that, guys. So now I have 240 times 60. And here is the trick that I like to do, guys, when I'm multiplying big numbers. Remember, guys, always divide the numbers into their respective place values, okay? So I always do that, guys, okay? So I'm gonna multiply by the 0 that's in the ones place. I'm gonna cross it out as I multiply. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 4 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0, right? Now, as you notice, guys, in the second place value, which is the tens place, that's 6. But I'm actually multiplying by 60 because 6 is in the tens place, right? So I have to put an X right here because I have to start in the column that 6 is in, right? So 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 2 is 14, right? Now I just add the columns vertically, right? So I have 0 plus nothing is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 4 is 4. I bring down the 4 and I bring down that. And as you can see, guys, that is 14,400. 14,400, right? So in both ways, guys, I showed you how you can get the correct answer. And that's how much money that he withdrew for his college debt. Go. So thank y'all so much, guys, for tuning in. Once again, guys, if you know anybody, guys, that's struggling with math or that's struggling with this particular concept within mathematics, guys, please tell them about my page so they can get the help that they need, guys. Thank y'all so much. I will talk to you next time.